UFC 326 is going down this weekend, which of course means we need to make some predictions for the card. I'm going to be starting on the prelims, going all the way up to the main event, giving you my prediction for most of the fights on the card. I'm skipping through some of the ones no one gives a shit about. Without further ado, we still got a lot of fights to go through, so let's just get into it. First up, Niamdragul Tudembaro versus Cody Durden. I honestly just wanted to see if I could say his name, but I am taking Niamdragul here. I think he's the better striker and the better grappler. He's just more well-rounded. Cody Durden isn't that good. Give me Niamdragul against Cody Durden. Alberto Montez versus Ricky Turcios. Another whatever fight in the bantamweight division on the prelims. I'm taking Alberto Montez here, though. I think he has the better striking, and he has enough power to potentially even put Turcios away. I think Montez is going to be faster on the feet, and I think it's going to help him a lot in this fight. Next up is Dante Johnson, the undefeated prospect, taking on Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage has hopped into another fight here. I swear this dude's fighting every week, but he took this one on short notice against a good prospect in Dante Johnson, and I don't think he's going to win it. I think Dante Johnson is going to win this fight. However, a lot of people are going to be picking him to win by KO. Usually when these late notice fights happen, you see the prospect win and do well, but not necessarily get that KO that you were probably expecting. Give me Dante Johnson here via decision. To close things out on the prelims, we have Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao, and I'm going to back Cody Garbrandt to get it done. Long Zhao has a record of 27-10. He's 1-2 in the UFC. This is the perfect fight for Cody Garbrandt to go out there and win. Obviously, Garbrandt is a shell of his former self. I mean, his chin is made of glass, but hopefully he can put on the work in this fight and he can beat Long Zhao. I think he can do it. He's a slight underdog here too, which is pretty interesting, which is honestly interesting for a lot of the fights on this card. There's a lot of big underdogs that I'm honestly picking. I'm either an idiot or the bookies are an idiot. One of the two is true. But yeah, I'm taking Cody Garbrandt to beat Long Zhao. It may be wrong. It may not be the right pick. I don't really care. I think this is the perfect type of fight that Cody can win. Now on to the main card, and this is honestly a pretty weak main card, if I'm being totally honest, but there's still some fun fights on here. Kicking it off, we have RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez taking on Bruno Ferreira. This is a rematch. Of course, Bruno Ferreira has already knocked out RoboCop in the first round last year. So, I mean, again, why are we doing this again? Not really sure, but it should be fun, and someone's probably going to sleep. I'm going to back Bruno Ferreira to do it again because why not? I think he could totally do it again. I think he's got the power to do it, and I don't think much has changed between these two. Maybe RoboCop's gotten a bit better, but not enough of a jump to get him a win, I don't think. The bookies are favoring RoboCop here. They have him coming in as the favorite, but I'm going to back Bruno Ferreira to get it done here. Next up, Drew Dober is taking on Michael Johnson, and give me Drew Dober here, another one that I find really weird as an underdog. Now, if you know, you know why Drew Dober's winning this fight. I don't have to say it out loud. But for other reasons besides that, Michael Johnson just sucks. I mean, again, guys, he's lost about 17 times in the octagon. How could you even pick a dude who's lost that much to win a fight? Like, that's just never happening for me. I'm always going to back the other dude, and I'm backing Dober here. I think he's got the power to put Michael Johnson away. His chin is made of glass, and Dober, he really needs a win here. This is the perfect type of fight for him. Now on to the featured fight for this card. We have a fun one at 135. We have Rob Font taking on Raul Rojas. Raul Rojas, this is the biggest fight of his career, and it's a massive step up in competition. The bookies are favoring him, though, at over a -200 favorite, which I think is absolutely ridiculous once again. Rob Font, I mean, he's not the craziest of dudes. He's not one of the best in the world, but he kind of is still. Like, he's hung with some of the best in the world, and he's an excellent striker himself. Yes, his grappling leaves a lot to be desired. However, Raul Rojas, yes, he's a great grappler, but his striking isn't anything to run home about, and who's to say Font can't piece him up on the feet to make Rojas' grappling useless almost? I think that Rob Font stands a very good chance to win this fight, and I'm going to pick him to win it because I've seen it happen before. These young guys, they get pushed up, and they get thrown into a fight that they're just not ready for. Raul Rojas, if he is going to become the youngest champion ever, he has to win this fight. This is a must-win fight. Because if you don't win this, how the hell are you going to look up the rankings? You have to beat Rob Font, and I'm just not going to back him to do it. It's nothing against Raul Rojas, too. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's going to do great things. It's a big early jump for him against a guy in Rob Font that I think people are overlooking. People don't give Rob Font the flowers. He's not the flashiest dude, doesn't have the craziest names on his resume, but he's been in some dog fights and he knows how to win. And that's something Raul Rojas just hasn't experienced yet. Give me Rob Font here in a major upset spot. Now on to the co-main event, potentially a title eliminator at 185. Kyle Baralho is taking on RDR Renier de Ridder. De Ridder completely fooled all of us last time out against Brendan Allen. Just gave up, had zero cardio, zero gas tank, looked like he didn't even train. And then you have Kyle Baralho, who of course is coming off of a loss against Nasruddin Imavov, which is nothing to be too upset about. I mean, Imavov's fighting for a belt. So these two have been booked against each other, and I've leaned both ways in this fight, but I've settled on Renier de Ridder, and I'm going to tell you why. RDR is well known for his grappling, and it's something he will probably use in this fight, but his striking is extremely underrated as well. And Kyle Baralho, he's not very good at one single thing in MMA. He's kind of just has a good understanding of it all. He's a really good grappler. His striking is subpar. It's gotten a lot better from what it once was, but it's still nothing crazy. He's just very good. He's well-rounded. He's just a solid fighter. I've always thought he was the worst and less talented out of the fighting nerds, but I still think he's good. But I do think RDR is really good, and I think that was a bit of an anomaly versus Brendan Allen. I don't think that's the true Renier de Ridder that we all know and love. I think he just had a blip. Bad cardio, bad camp. Honestly, too many fights at once in the UFC. Like, you're fighting the best of the best here. Fighting a dude every 3 months is just not good. And that's what he was doing, and he got burnt out. I think he's going to bounce back in a big way here. I think RDR still has title aspirations, and I think it could be coming sooner than a lot of people think. So, give me RDR here. I'm going to say by a late TKO. I think maybe one of the shots up the middle. He's able to get on the ground. He's able to get on top of Kyle and just lay down the ground and pound. That's how I'm going to say he wins this fight. It's a 3-round fight, which I think is going to favor him as well. And I think he's a more talented fighter than Kyle Baralho, so that's why I'm going to pick him. Another underdog, which is crazy. I swear I've not purposely done this, but I think I've picked almost pretty much every fighter on the main card as an underdog. And that's going to continue in the main event because we have Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway. And if you saw my breakdown for this fight, you know I'm taking Charles Oliveira. Oliveira's grappling, I think, is going to help him a lot in this fight. And I also think he has a bit more power than Max. I think he's going to lay in the big shot, and he's going to get on top of Max, and he's going to get around his back and lock up a choke. I could be just dreaming with that. I could be wrong, but I really do see it happening. I think Charles, he's a momentum guy. He just beat Matthias Gamrot. That was a win a lot of people didn't expect him to get, and he loves momentum. And I think when he's riding momentum, he's confident. And when you have a confident Charles Oliveira, there's very few people in the world that can beat him. Max Holloway didn't look too good against Dustin Poirier in his last fight, honestly. Yeah, he won, but I think he should have finished him. And I think Charles would have finished that version of Dustin. And I think he has a good chance at finishing this version of Max. Give me Charles Oliveira to win this fight via sub, claim the BMF title, and look towards the title. So there you guys have it. Those are my picks for UFC 326. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the comments down below. Also, share some of your picks down there as well. Let's have a discussion. Thank you all for watching this video once again. Be on the lookout for more UFC 326 videos throughout the week. I want to thank you all for watching once again. I'll see you all in the next one.